Good day, everyone. Welcome to the lesson one of the Forex Manual of IOC Forex Academy. So this is the lesson that begins this particular course. So like I told you, it will be a very nice journey, and I want you to walk with me as I take you on. So I posted the introduction lesson. If you have not watched that lesson, I urge you to go and check it out before you come to this lesson one, because I gave you things to look out for before you come in. So you must be equipped before you can start trading the foreign exchange market. And I set your minds at that before coming into the lesson one. So you want to go and check on the introductory lesson before coming here. So this is the lesson one, and I'm going to talk about finance. Yes, you came to learn Forex, but I want to go somewhere. I know that most Forex channels, most Forex sites, most Forex handles, and most Forex mentors don't usually talk about. They don't usually teach on how to manage money. And that's where I want to specifically buttress upon. That's where I want to hone in, because you need to know that you coming to trade the foreign exchange market, it's just like a business, and like any other business, you need to understand the underlying factors that account for consistent profitability in that business. So I'm going to be talking about money in general. Then I will go to showing you and teaching you the chart, so you're going to know how to trade the market, what it entails, and all of that. I'm not going to give you a tip of the iceberg, like, because of this is the Forex Manual. It's not the entirety of the courses in the academy. So let's just jump right in. So firstly, I said that poor people think the purpose of money is to spend it. Middle class people think the purpose of money is to accumulate liabilities and pay their bills. Wealthy people know the purpose of money is to use it to make more money. And this here is very, very important, because if you check in our society, it has existed since ages. I heard a wise man once said that if you take all the wealth in this world, all the money in this world, and you divide it equally to everyone, give it a number of years, all the money will return back to the ones who control it, as we have in our present time right now. What does that tell you? Wealth is a function of mostly of your mind and your actions, rather than you just saying that because of your trading Forex, you'll be wealthy. I'm not saying Forex will not make you wealthy. Forex will make you wealthy only if you know how to use the instrument very well. So you must know how to use the instrument very well, so that you don't put pressure on it, you don't mishandle it, you don't use it in a way that it is not meant to be used. Here in IOC Forex Academy, we teach people how not just to trade the Forex market, how to use financial intelligence to make sure that whenever you come into the market to trade, you don't bring in certain mindsets that serve as obstacles or obstructions to your success here. Understand? So I just want you to just look at the big picture, look at the grand scheme of things, and realize that this is about money. Why do you think that most persons come into the market and they say that they blew up their account, they lost their money? There must be something that is going on, and that I want to show you. And that I want to show you, and all this, we are giving it for free. So poor people think the purpose of money is to spend it. When you hear a poor man talk, you're going to hear things like, I wish I can have $1 million. I will buy a Mercedes Benz. I will buy a Chevrolet. I will spray money for my community. I will spray money to all the people in my society. That's a poor man. That is a poor man. That's a poor man. In here, I'm going to be teaching you so many things, not just Forex, like I said, money. I'm going to teach you how to manage your money, how to control cash flow. Where do you get your income from? how do you source for it, and where do you channel it to so that it will give you more money using the forex market as the instrument. I'm going to be teaching you all that. So people think the purpose of money is to spend it. Oh, the federal government, the government is not really helping us. The government is not really helping us. Look at how we are. All those things are excuse. Understand? All those things are excuse. And that's the talk of a poor man. That's the talk of a poor man. And by the way, I believe that nations don't make individuals great. It's individuals that make nations great. America is America today because of you have so many companies that have been well built and successful. They give it that name. Understand? So people think the purpose of money to spend it. Middle class people think the purpose of money is to accumulate liabilities. It's only in it's you find some persons, and this is like rampant. You find some persons, they don't have any assets, they don't have any skill. They by opportunities, they stumble upon a particular money they were not actually bargaining for. And you see, they start accumulating liabilities. They buy themselves a car, they buy themselves jewelries, clothes, phones. They begin to live extravagant lifestyle. They go out in the morning, come back in the night, just traveling, taking vacations here and there. They don't actually keep track of their expenditures. They don't actually live by a budget. They just think that, oh, I want to be spending. And for some of those that who actually think that they get a house, understand? So, and I have to say that you getting a house that you're living inside, it's not actually an asset. There are some persons that will disagree with that, but it's not actually an asset. An asset is something that puts in money into your purse, and a liability is something that takes money out of your purse. If you are staying in a house that you are living in, yes, you will still be spending money to maintain that house and keep it fit. So you're not actually making money from that house. Yes, it is not allowing you to spend on rent if you are to rent, but I would say that it's not an asset because it's not putting money into your purse. Understand? You only call a house that you are giving out for rentage or for lease, whereby it's putting money into your purse. That's an asset. Okay, so middle class people think the purpose of money is to accumulate liabilities and to pay their bills. I have lots of bills, and you see some person, they go into some crazy things like taking loans from banks, from individuals, from organizations, just to live a certain lifestyle that they have not yet reached. Understand? So they are surmounted with all these things, and when they have cash, they pay their bills. They don't pay themselves first. Poor people, middle class, they don't pay themselves. What I mean by paying yourself, you should actually invest your money. You should actually keep some money for yourself that is building a good fortune for you in the future. That's paying yourself. Understand? That's pay yourself. Like me now, even I pay myself when it comes to my Forex account. I don't have just one Forex account. I have a Forex account. I trade to spend for my expenditures, and I have a Forex account I do not touch. I build it long term, sometimes over a year. I don't touch it. But once I receive any money, I take a certain percentage of that money I've received and I put into the account. Thus, it is compounding for me in that manner. So I always pay myself first. So you see this thing between poor people and middle class people, the way they think the purpose of money is. Only the wealthy know that the purpose of money is to make more money, is to accumulate, to use it and work. There are some persons that believe that once they have money and they put it into the bank, it is safe there. If they put the money into a bank, it is safe there. If you put your money inside a bank, there is nothing wrong with it. I don't say anything wrong with it, but I don't consider it a good way to build wealth for yourself. wealth has to be intentional. If you want to build wealth, it has to be intentional. You have to plan for it. It's not by magic. You have to plan for it. God will not just come down and give you every money that you know. You have to plan for it. That's why He gave us minds to think. He gave us people to lead us. You coming into this academy and learning this thing, it's not by mistake. It was actually divinely orchestrated. So I'll have to say that when you put money into a bank, they just type figures on their system and they send the cash to someone that wants to use it, maybe for a loan, for some business or something. And when you come to demand for your cash, sometimes they'll tell you that it's not there. So how will the banking system use a methodology that they don't tell you about? They are using something to run their business that they don't tell you about. They don't keep cash. They make it work. Your money is meant to work for you. You know if you're a Christian, you know of the parable whereby Jesus said he had some servants. He gave a parable of a rich man that had some servants, and he went on a far journey and he gave some of them talents, and he came back and asked for returns. Now, that means he's accountable. They should be accountable for whatever money that was being put to their hands. The first one brought, and he gave the number of returns he brought. The second one too, at their own ability. Now, the third one went and buried his money. You understand? Went and buried his money because he thought that the master was the wicked master and everything. If you search in that scripture, you are going to know that at some point the master was angry and said that even if you don't want to invest it, even if you don't want to use it for business, can't you take it to the money lenders, that's the banks? Can't you go and keep it there so that they will give you an interest? That tells you that the bank is the least form of investment. Keeping your money in the bank is the least form of investment. It's the lowest point. It's the no-brainer. Those that cannot think on how to multiply wealth, how to accumulate wealth, what they do is that they go and keep their money in the banks. They cannot think. They cannot stress their mind to think on how to generate wealth. So they just allow someone do the work for them, or let it just be there. They know that it is not accumulating anything, and inflation rate is getting higher. Interest rate is getting higher. Inflation is on the increase, but they know that. Understand? And most of them, the quotes of their national traded currency with the international standard currency, something like the dollar, it's on the increase. It's ever on the increase, and they know that inflation is going up, but they keep their money in the banks. Understand? So the purpose of money is to use it to make more money. And I want to tell you that you only know how to use it and make more money when you have studied the particular vehicle you want to use. So you see some persons going into real estate. Real estate does not bring money to you. It is what you know about real estate that gives you money. Understand? The Forex market will not build you wealth. Will not just build you wealth. It is what you know about the Forex market that will build you the wealth. It is what you know about the Forex market that will make you use your money and get another money, multiply it or something like that. So as anything, the banking sector, finance, anything, every aspect of life, they don't give you money. It is what you know about that industry, what you know about that space that gives you that money. And that's why I'm here to teach you using the foreign exchange market, that the Forex market, as a tool. I want to be able to convey you from your current spot to where I want you to be. And it's so liberating. It's so liberating. It's so liberating. So I want you to take your time and just go over this whole course with me. So I said it is important to know that the skill of trading the foreign exchange market, like any other wealth-generating skill, has to be properly harnessed, utilized, and managed, or else money being allocated into trading for the purpose of profit will result into streaks of endless drawdowns in one's portfolio, eventually leading to the extermination of one's account, and consequently all one has, which may lead to poor decisions like accumulating debt, amongst other things. So what I'm saying here is that you need to know your market. you need to know your space. You need to know your market. You need to know your space. If it's the foreign exchange market we are using as the vehicle, you need to understand what it does. It only rewards those that have spent quality time to know its presets. I know that this is the Forex Manual and this is the beginning, but for those that are really interested, you want to know the nitty-gritty, everything about IOC Forex Academy, from our Forex Manual to the basic, to the intermediate, to the advanced, and down to the master. They cover all sphere of the foreign exchange market. We even tell our students, don't even go outside and go and watch any YouTube course, because there is no need. All you need is here. Rather than you sifting, where will I go next? Which YouTube video should I watch next? What do I require? All the courses have been properly outlined and it has been compiled in a way that it will aid you towards professionalism at all levels. So it is important that you know your market. That's what this paragraph is talking about. It is important that you know your market. Just like any well-generating skill, you need to properly harness the contents of that particular vehicle. So if you don't do that, you are going to know that if you put money in the market, eventually you're going to lose it. And people say that Forex is risky. Well, it's more risky not to take a risk. Coming out of your house is risky because a car can hit you. But you take the risk and you enter into a car. You drive a car. How are you sure that one of the tires will not pull out and you will run into a ditch or something like that? It's risky. There is a particular allocation of risk given to anything we do. You cannot go forward without taking risk. Understand? You cannot go forward without taking risk. You sleep in a place whereby you don't have your security guards and all those things. Even if they are there is a risk of persons coming to invade your space. I know some persons want to be religious and all the rest, but just get what I'm trying to say. There's a risk of everything you do. You go to school, you are applying risk, although you want to manage risk because of you want the odds to be in your favor. That's why when we drive a car, we put our seatbelt, we strap it up. That's because of we want to manage risk in the eventuality of an accident. We want to manage risk by putting on our seatbelts. And we have all those things here in the Forex market. In order to make money, you need to be able to give out something. You need to put out something. The reason why most persons, they say that the forex market is risky, it's not, it's because of when they want to allocate that risk, they risk their whole account. They put everything inside, which we don't allow here in AOC Forex Academy. The highest we risk is just 3%, and 3%, it does not next to nothing to you. If you lose $3 out of $100, it means nothing to you. It's just normal. It's not painful. You come in the next day to trade, and that's all. So we risk at a point whereby it is below our threshold for pain, our threshold for from us being disoriented and all the rest. So in everything you do, it's a risk. Understand? You gave birth to a child. That's a risk. You got married. Everything you are doing, but you are trying to manage risk. We are risk managers. We are risk managers. We hear some persons like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, which happens to be my mentor. You hear some person, they say that he lost over $20 billion, over $10 billion, and they say that I cannot do that kind of money. Well, you will not gain what he's gaining because he knows that he does not interpret risk as failure. He interprets risk as something that will definitely be there, and if you don't take a step forward, you cannot get the rewards that are attached to it. Because for every risk, there's a reward. You enter into your car to drive, there's a risk of you getting an accident, but there's a reward of you getting to your destination. So do you say because of there is a likelihood of me getting accident, I will not enter my car and drive to my office? No, you enter and you will drive, but you make sure that you obey traffic rules, you obey all the rules necessary for you to come out safely. That's how we trade in the foreign exchange market. That's just it. That's just it. Whenever we trade, we make sure that we have boundaries. We are allocating risk that are calculative and they are systematic. It's not random. They are systematic towards arriving us at our goal. So it is certain we must compound our money at a long term. There are some persons that they might have some small losses every day, but at the end of the week, they will be profitable. I am that kind of somebody. I come out profitable at the end of the week, but sometimes within the day, I might have small losses here and there, but I will still make it all back. That's because of I am allocating a risk that is small and the reward is greater than what I am laying on the table. That's just how the forex market works. So thus, while coming to the understanding of how the market works and how one may profit from it, it is important, more important that a trader must also know how to manage funds coming in or out of his account, her bank account, or else unfulfilled expectation, poverty, insufficiency will still remain. So it is important that you are able to control cash flow. You want to be able to manage your funds rightly. This section of the course may seem to be unimportant to some persons, thus they may not regard and discipline themselves to follow the principles being taught here. But I must say that I consider this to be one of the major reasons I am financially free, because I know how to control cash. I know how to manage cash. I know how to use my money to make more money using foreign exchange market as the instrument. That's the number one thing. The number one thing is not just trading the market. Where will the market go? Will it go up or will it come down? No, I know how to manage my money. Thus, when I saw the Forex market, I just imputed it and I learned more and I gained more financial intelligence towards doing better concerning that. So learning the skill of being a profitable Forex trader is one thing. Being financially free is another. There are cases when a profitable trader still does not attain financial liberty due to lack of financial intelligence, poor cash flow, poor financial decisions, improper money management, bad spending habits, unrealistic expectation, amongst others. And I find it in new traders. When new traders come to the market, they say, oh, I want to learn Forex because of I want to buy a car, I want to buy a house, I want to do this, all those things. You are still thinking like a poor person. A poor person thinks that the purpose of money is to accumulate liabilities. You are still thinking like a poor person. A poor person thinks that the purpose of money is to pay their bills, that you will get to all those stages in life. Once you get into the process and you give yourself to these learning materials, you will get to that point. Definitely. We have had students that came into LC Forex Academy that knew nothing about the market. Today, they can trade comfortably on their own and they are making money for themselves. I'm not talking small money. They are making thousands of dollars for themselves. So it is important that you know how to manage all these things, because if you have unrealistic expectation, oh, once I start trading, that means in the next 2 months, I'll be able to make minimum $10,000 or $20,000 to be able to get myself a car. Or no, go for the knowledge. Make sure you know what you are doing. All these materials I'm giving to you, eat it. Make sure you listen it over again. I have a student that he normally plays our courses from the basics to the masters. He plays it wherever he's going in his car. He's walking on the road. He has like an earpiece plugged in and he's listening to my voice, talking about the market. That thing is going on in his mind, and he's one of my best students. So it is very, very good that you have all these things below your belt before you come in to this market. So the course here in IOC is fully loaded to give you all you require to becoming financially free. And this course will not be complete if I just teach Forex without equipping you with quality financial literacy. It is important to know that anyone who does not experience financial freedom after going through all our courses and our classes. That means you have gone to the Forex Manual, you went to the basic, you went to the intermediate, the advanced, and the masters, and all these other classes. They are not too long, understand? Just in a moment you'll be done with them. So if you have not attained financial freedom and know how to trade very, very well, that means you have erred in one of the things I must have said, because of there are so many persons that have used this system, they have used this format that we give to our students, and they are profitable. Those that are not profitable, sometimes it will just take 2 questions. I will ask them only 2 questions, and I will know where they disobeyed. I will ask them highly 2 questions, and I will know where they erred. Did you do this? Did you do this? And I will know from that. So that's that. So poverty is from the mind. We're talking about money here. It is important to know that poverty does not entirely mean the absence of money. One can have money and still be poor. And that financial wealth is only an aspect of prosperity. Wealth, having money is only an aspect of prosperity. Poverty is from the mind. It's a mentality, it's a thought pattern, a mindset, and a paradigm. And poverty mentality is one of the most dangerous aspects of poverty, because it is a reason why so many are not wealthy today. It's from their mind. How do you see yourself? How do you think? Are you someone that runs away? Once you hear Forex, now you say, I don't want to do anything internet, or I just want to let him do and talk and tell me where I will start to trade. That's all what I want. I don't want to hear him talk. That thing, it's from the mind, is the mindset, is the mindset. You have to kill that thing. It's from the mind, is the mindset. So if you observe wealthy people, a wealthy man will travel out of his country to a different continent just to attend a seminar for just 30 minutes, and he will pay thousands of dollars, and some will call him a fool. Why didn't you use that money and give me? Let me use and feed my family. Why didn't you dash me that money? The man knows what he did. They value time more than money. They value information more than money. But you see poor people, they keep, where is the money? They can kill for it. They can do anything for it. No. It's the mindset, and you need to destroy that. You need to destroy that. You need to destroy that. Whenever you see information like this, it should be something that you should be hungry for. You want to learn about the Forex market. This Forex market gives over $6.6 trillion on a daily basis. It does not mean that you will make all the money for yourself. No. How can you learn the system? How can you learn the rules of the game to be able to play the game better than everyone? You can be able to obey the game, stick to the rules, and play it better than everyone. That's how you should be. You should be hungry about information. You should be hungry about information. You coming to learn here, don't take it for fun. You should be hungry about information. You want to learn, you want to groom yourself, because this is something that no one can take away from you. Learning this skill, no one can take it away from you. The government cannot take it away from you. Even if they say leave our country, you just need to go out of this country. And once you arrive in the country you want to be to, you just need to get a mobile device and you are plugged in back on as if nothing happened. That's how strong this thing is. If you strip me off every money I have made from the foreign exchange market, I can still rise back up, only a matter of time. Telling you, because I know this thing for myself and I'm happy. And thus I've translated to my family. My family learns about this market. I teach them. So it's very, very important that you do so. So this mentality is the reason why some think, they talk, and they act the way they do. Some person, they even appear poor. They talk poor. They look poor. They reason poor. Associate with some set of persons, they dress poor, they walk poor, they even have low self-esteem, inferiority complex. Oh, the Forex market is too hard. I cannot learn it. Can I learn it? You can learn it. You can. I'm repeating, you can learn it. If I can learn it, you can learn it. If I can do it, you can do it. If I can trade the way I'm trading, you can do it. You have not just given yourself that responsibility. There are some persons that, see, it will take them sacking you from your job before you will get angry at your position, before you will take life first by the face and really attack life and give all you need to give to be able to come out successful on the other side. You see some persons, they don't even have the courage to even step out. That's all those things you need to quit it if you want to make wealth. See, I am not talking about making a few dollars for yourself. Yes, you will do that. I'm talking about wealth generation. Wealth generation to a point whereby anywhere, if you feel like going to this place, you can go. Money will not be the determining factor towards, oh, can I travel to this country? Yes or no? No. If you want to go, you can go. If you want to do that, if you want to do anything, you can do that at your own strength. That is financial freedom. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about wealth generation. I believe some persons might have been making some hundreds of dollars, some thousands of dollars. You have not even started. There is money in here for you to accumulate for yourself, and it will not come in a day. So the forex market is not a get rich quick scheme. Let him just talk and let me lend it. No, you have to take your time. You have to be patient. You have to follow everything I'm telling you now. Just follow it. So this is the reason why many live every day of their life with the same life, the same without a plan and without drive for success. This is the reason why many consume all they have without savings or investment. This is the reason why many of 90% of traders lose in this market. Why do they lose? See, it's not hard to succeed in this market. You just need to be obedient to a concerned mentor. And I am here for you to lead you by the hand to ensure that you become profitable. Here in IOC, we don't even allow you to go. Once you are done with your training here in your masters, we will hold you down. You will grow an account to a certain level before we say, okay, you can go. That's because of we want to see you implement those things we have been talking about. You will implement it. You will grow your money. You will trade by yourself. You will grow that account. We want to keep you accountable and responsible for yourself. Understand? So this is the reason why so many persons lose, because of this mentality. It all depends on your mindset. People love get rich quick scheme, and they love to dream of unrealistic things. Oh, by the grace of God, one day I will just turn out to be a billionaire. And they will talk big. As it is not by talking. The talk of the leaves only need to penetrate. You have read that. So it is not just by saying, yes, I believe so much in positive affirmations by speaking right. But it is not just by saying, if you say I don't do, it amounts to nothing. It amounts to nothing. So you have to back up all those things you have been saying. I want to be a millionaire. How will I be the millionaire? And I'm talking about millionaire in dollars. How will I be a millionaire? What steps will I take? What will be my vehicle? Which vehicle will transmit me there? Okay, we are using Forex now for an example. How am I sure that I will get to that point? Okay, I have to go for information. Where will you go for information? Obviously, I will say Forex Academy. And what does it require for me to get there? I'm not talking about paying money to IOC Forex Academy, no. What will it require? It will require you to discipline yourself. It will require you to be obedient to whatever I'm telling you here. You understand? It will require you to leave pride. You don't know this thing, you don't know this thing. You're having issues with it. There's nothing to as in kind of like pretend. No, you're having issues with this market, and I'm here to lead you by the hand. So it's a mindset. Some parents who are poor don't even know they are poor. So money is in abundance for those who understand the simple laws which govern its acquisition, sustainability, and multiplication. You will need 5 things majorly to become financially free. 1 is a great desire and hunger for success. Number 2 is increasing knowledge of a skill, like we have said now, Forex in this context. Financial literacy. You will need a financial plan, and you will need financial discipline. So I've talked about the things you will need. You need to have financial literacy, a financial plan. You need to have an ever-increasing knowledge in your field, in the aspect you are going to. You need to be disciplined towards ensuring you follow that plan. Understand? So in here, and what I am giving you here, I am making sure that in IOC Forex Academy, we teach you not just Forex, we give you the financial literacy, we give you the financial plan. I have the plan we'll give to you. Understand? Going further into your course, we'll give you the plan. What are the steps you need to do? Step one, you don't need to run. I have done the work. I have really studied this market. For those of you that know, when I came into the Forex market, I known to be like any other trader. I went to outperform and outwork everyone. I was so determined. And I gave in 16 hours of my day every day for 4 months straight without breaking. That was my initial work input. I still work up until today. I gave in 16 hours every day for 4 months. So if you do 16 hours in a day times 7 days, times 4 weeks, times 4 months, you know how many hours I gave in initially. And that was years back when I started the Forex market. So my knowledge keeps on compounding on a daily basis. I learn more. I go for information. I learn more about finance, not necessarily about the market, because as it stands now, the market is just plain to me. I see what I want to see. I see it plain. Understand? But I go for more information about finance. I go for more information about financial literacy. So in here, I'll be talking about the Parkinson's law. So this law states that a man's expenses will always rise to meet his income and make him stay the same. This is one of the reasons why most persons are poor. You see some persons, they have handled cash in the past. Even I myself, I have been in this position. I have handled cash in the past that I cannot really give accountable for. But all those things, at some point, I was able to change my habits and discipline myself to make my actions go in line with my financial plan. Understand? But you see a man earns 200,000, or let's use dollars. A man earns $1,000 at the end of a month, and he just lives alone. He does not have a family. He's a bachelor. He lives alone. He's comfortable in his house, but his salary gets increased to $2,000. Now, what does this man do? Instead of still keeping his lifestyle in the phase of that $1,000 as he has been managing it, he goes on to acquire liabilities. Oh, this extra $1,000. Let me get a car for myself. So he has gotten a car. The car is not making him money. Just like I said, poor people think the purpose of money is to spend it. Many people think the purpose of money is to acquire liabilities and to pay their bills. He gets a liability and he services the liability. The car will need maintenance. It will need fueling. It will need to change some things and all. So he spends the extra $1,000 on keeping that liability in check, while his life there is no extra cash flow coming in. There is no extra cash flow. There is no, the extra $1,000 that would have been used for him to generate more cash flow to come in is keeping him the same, thus obeying this Parkinson's law. A man's expenses will always rise to meet his income. So what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? This topic, it's in depth, and I cannot just teach everything in this Forex manual. You have to know that I have tried. I cannot just put everything in the whole of IOC Forex Academy course into this Forex manual. So for those that really want to really go in depth and know their market to the grit, you need to also go for more information here in IOC. But what do? You need to strip up your expenses and live by a budget. And how do you form that budget? That is the financial plan I'm talking about. So the financial plan is in the course, but it's later on. So let me just go over the slide, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm saying that based on the additional income that was given to him, his life did not change because of he accumulated liabilities. He added more expenses without investment. He did not invest his money, understand, or just keep it in a bank. That's a no-brainer, and there is no profit coming out of that. I don't see it. I will not advise you to do so. So the forex market is really a great tool for you to do that, but most persons, they don't really know how to manage themselves and manage their forex account when they come to this space. So they end up losing their money. It's certain. When you don't know what you are doing, you will lose your money. It's just like you're going to play a game. You don't know the rules. You don't know how to win. You will lose. Definitely. There is no prayer about it. You cannot pray for the market to buy and the market will buy. God gave you minds to learn these precepts. And if you don't pay the price, you will not get the prize. This law has remained true in the life of countless billions over the world. Becoming a victim of this law has kept many people out of the wealthy place. What this law states that no matter the additional income that comes to a man's life, we always increase his expenses, that is outflow, to fit the new income, and this makes it difficult for the new increase from the income to reflect in his net worth. It is important to know that there are only two ways you make more money available to you: by getting additional income. This can also come by increasing your earning ability. How do you get more income? You increase your earning ability. That's why working for someone and working in a system is kind of like limiting, because you are restricted. You're in a box. Your development, if not observed by your boss or whoever is in charge, or by the government, if they are kind-hearted people, will not be recognized, thus giving you a raise. Understand? But you get additional income by increasing your earning ability. You have more value. Value is directly proportional to cost. So the more value, the more costly that asset or that thing will be. So by getting additional information, by getting additional income, you need to increase your earning ability. That's the value. Your value is your earning ability. There are some persons now, your earning ability, it lies in making $1,000. You cannot go beyond that. If you get $1 million, you will be scared. You'll be afraid. That's your earning ability. You have gone past your threshold, and that's where fear, anxiety comes. And if you have not reached that mental capacity, first of all, you will waste the money. You will increase your liabilities, and you will not really manage your money very well. And you will be thinking that you're actually doing the right thing, but you're not. So you increase the money coming into you by getting more additional income. And on that way to do that is by increasing any ability. And the second one is by reducing your current expenditure. So you want to cut down on your expenses. Some persons may say, oh, but my expenses are they are fixed. They are that. There's a way to cut it down. Even on the listing, the food you eat, the phone calls you make. There are so many ways you can cut your expenses down. You place everything in a hierarchy. What is most paramount? You have a scale of preference for your fund allocation. What should I allocate to this, and how should it go? Which is more important? Which one can I shift forward, even if the money is available now? Which one can I shift forward so that I can pay myself first and be able to build income using my instrument, just like the foreign exchange market now, and be able to build more income for myself, whereby I will offset the one I have pushed now for later. So you want to be able to reduce your current expenditure, and you do this by living strictly to a budget. So I talk more on this, and I teach you with detail. I bring charts for you how you should do that, and I give you examples going into the course. But for now, I just want to brush everything up. I'm not really going in depth. So we have what is called the 4 quadrants. We have what is called the 4 quadrants. So this quadrant was given by one of my mentors by name Robert Kiyosaki. I love him so much. So this is an EBSI quadrant. The E meaning employer, the S meaning a self-employed person, the B meaning a business owner, and the I meaning an investor. So those that are wealthy or want to get rich, they lie between these 2 quadrants. These 2 quadrants, the B quadrant and the I quadrant. They own a business or they invest money. And this is the greatest. This is the greatest. You have employer, those that work in the civil service, they get paid a particular income. You have self-employed people, those that run little businesses. Some call themselves entrepreneurs, little businesses. Then the business owner, those that run large-scale businesses. They are as scalable, large-scale businesses. Understand? Someone that cleans a house can be said to be a self-employed. Someone that works in a particular institution can be said to be an employee. An employee. So this is the business owner, the CEO, the business owner. This is where they lie. Then the investor, they buy in shares, they put in stocks, they buy bonds, they buy treasury bills, they buy securities, they buy assets, they buy currencies and all the rest. And this is where you also fall as a Forex trader. You invest your money, you put your money. You see somebody like Warren Buffett, right? Warren Buffett is an investor. He has shares in Coca-Cola, the company. But he earns more than the CEO of Coca-Cola. Is it not mind-blowing? He's earning more than the CEO. The CEO is the one doing all the hustle and bustle. He is making sure that their portfolio is straight. He's making sure that their equity curve is always on the rise. He's making sure that they don't have a large drawdown that they cannot be able to accommodate into their portfolio. He makes sure that all those things are, the staff, they are working, their stock is increasing and all those things. But Warren Buffett, what does he do? He analyzes and speculates times of market dips or things like that and buys in and just allow it to rise. That is an investor. He has invested, he has used his brain. And this thing is not as easy as you think. It's not just by saying, I'll just put my money. No, you need to understand the instrument. Warren Buffett understands businesses. He understands how businesses grow. So you coming into the Forex market, you need to understand your market. The market here is not random. It's not just up, down, up, down. No, there is a systematic approach it uses to go up whenever it goes up and comes down whenever it comes down. And if you can know that, you will be on the winning side. Definitely, certain. So we'll talk about that going forward. I don't want this lesson to be too much. So I once repeated the same quote I gave, that poor people think the purpose of money to spend it, middle class think the purpose of money is to accumulate liabilities and pay their bills. Well, people know, they know. These people, they think it's to spend, they think. Middle class people, they think, but wealthy people know the purpose of money. They know. So income statement of the poor, middle class, and the rich. So let's look at that. So the income statement of the poor, they receive income, their salary from a job, and this is how the money goes. It just goes out. They spend on taxes, they pay their rent, they buy food, they buy clothes for their children, they pay for transportation to still go back to the same job. So they they sacrifice their time for money. And time is more valuable than money. Time is not money. Time is more valuable than money. So now they have, there's a balance sheet for assets and liabilities. Poor people don't even have the wherewithal. They don't have the liquidity. They don't have the money to even buy a liability. They don't have the money to even buy a car. And neither will they have any money to buy an asset. But the middle class, they get their money from a job, that's their income, a salary, and they now see middle class think people have money to accumulate it and to accumulate liabilities and pay their bill. So what do? They go for liabilities. They pay their mortgage, their car loans, their student loans, their school loans. They buy cars, they buy things, and okay, now this is their liability. Now they make other expenses, taxes, car payments, mortgage, credit card payments, school loan payment expenses, and the money goes out. There is no money in here again. The only place money is coming in is through their job, and the job does not have enough strength to even fuel this rather than fueling this. So this cash flow is very, very poor. Even if you have a job, your cash flow should come like this from into assets. Okay, so let's check the income statement of the rich. So their income, how does their income come? The income of the poor is only salary. Income of the middle class is only salary. The income of the rich, now watch, their income is not the supplier. If you can get me now, the income of the rich is not the supplier of their income statement. The income of the rich, the supplier are the assets supply to the income. If you watch here, everything comes like this. There was nothing going into this income here, nothing going into the income. Everything was going out from the income. Everything is income out. Here was income in. So the asset, the real estate, the supply, the bonds, the stocks, the notes, intellectual property, that is where we fall. Gaining knowledge about this Forex market is an asset. It's an asset, guy. So it's always supplying you with what? Income. So your this is where you have your income, your rental income, dividend. If you are doing real estate, you have rental income. Stocks, bond, you have your dividend, your interest, your this thing. So these are your income. Then the expenses, taxes, and this thing. Then the rich also has liabilities. So it comes like this. The asset supplies their income, and then from the income, they can take a little bit from the income and be able to service their expenses and the liabilities out. So it's cash flow in, then out. These people, is only from this place it goes out. Only from here it goes out. The poor person does not even have anything to do in these two places. So it's very, very important that you live by this. This is very, very nice. The income statement of the rich. So that will be all for this class. I don't want to make the lessons too long, so it will not be boring. So in the next lesson, I'll be going into some rudiments of Forex. I've talked about money and how to manage money, just a quick one. I did not really go in depth in it. I'll be talking about some rudiments of Forex. What is the Forex market? What does it entail? What is it about? How do I start gaining intellectual property from the foreign exchange market? So I'll be talking about that one in the next lesson. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you. I remain your favorite mentor, IOC. I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you very much.